Hello, morning. So I think we are connecting and waiting. People will know that I am live. Okay, good morning. Today is November 1st and I'll be talking about my October, what was happening in crafting area of my life. Last month I talked a little bit about my full basket of little swatches that I made. It was different stitch patterns, and I finished about around 60 swatches, and I was talking that I'll be adding some of the stitch pattern to show you guys. And this month I started already doing it. I think it will be about once in 2 weeks, one stitch patterns. So I'll show you little swatch and description, of course, for this particular stitch. Oh, it's such a contrast, white and almost black. And I added, I think one was stitch chain, this one, chain knit stitch, and second one was mini honeycomb, or you can also find by the name bee stitch, or even twisted, what was the name also? Twisted seed stitch, I think. So I found it in different places online with different names. So, and the interesting interesting thing was that this stitch, the look of it, how I made and how other people made it the same, but how I did and how other people did, it's a little bit different. Maybe you know about knitting in row below stitches. So usually people describing this stitch. Okay, I forgot where this one is. So I'll show you. Yeah, you see, it's full basket. This one. So mostly people describe this like you need to knit one stitch below, in row below, and then something else. So, and as I was doing here, I do yarn over and slip one stitch, and then in the next row I just knit them together. So it's like you knit slip stitch. It's the same way like you knit in a row below. Yeah, and the look is the same. So you can find this two, at least for now, honeycomb and chain stitch on my grid, and also I added this stitch dictionary, like an extra page on my website. So it will be under patterns, stitch dictionary, and for now it's only two stitch patterns there. But yeah, I will be continue and we'll be adding some of this and we'll be adding more and more. Yeah, this was like from previous months continue to this month. So I planned to do it and I did it, and yeah, I will continue to do. So this month probably also I'll be adding 2 stitch and then you'll see how it goes. So this is about a little project on the side, stitch dictionary. At the beginning of the month, I was also doing like a little fun project just because I can do it. We were driving, I think like we need to drive like about 2 hours, and I was thinking what I can take with me for a car ride, and I didn't have my project that I think it will be good for a car ride. That's why I grabbed my kit. It was gifted to me, so this is the kit, Animal Antics. So it was several balls of yarn, in different colors, and you can see here 3 animals and 3 animals, and this is extra, like you can I think download on the website. So, and out of one one kit you can make either 3 of this or 3 of this. So, and I decided to go first with a donkey, a pig, and a cow. So what happened here? This is little guy, a donkey, and in the kit you can see all their backs is yellow color, and I decided to go with different colors for each animal. So this is little donkey with little tail, cutie. Second one was pig. I think it's something a little bit wrong with this head. It should be not so long, but I don't know. Anyway, it's a pig. And little curly tail. Number 3 is a cow. I like this one. It's so nice. And this piece of gray here, this piece of white, and also little tail. So all the pieces was made flat. So you start, I think, here on the bottom of one leg, then add extra leg, and then knit flat this stripy pullover, and this is like your body one. You connect on the back, it's one seam here, then add extra arms, and then separate made also head. It's also made flat, and then on the back here's a one seam. It was interesting, but all the details you see, it's tiny. And making one seam here, and so it's like, the knitting the pieces was easy enough to do, just follow directions, it's pretty simple, but assembly is a tricky part, because you see it's little things. So this should be like a one set that was out of one kit, but I had little extra of some colors left, and I decided to make one extra. So I think I added extra white from my stash, but everything else was leftovers from this kit. So, and this should be a dog. The same. Oh, here is little different tail from other animals. So and part for the body is, and yeah, arms the same. You need the same things, just in different colors. Yeah, you see. So this was my like a little project on the side. Yeah, I want to just make one thing and see how it goes, but then I start making more and just finish what was in this kit. So this is from let's meet official kit. I don't know, maybe it's maybe you can find online. Yeah, I don't know. So it was a gift for me. I don't know. So also I'm not sure if ice was inside this kit or not, because I didn't get. I had for like a set of different ice, and I use them here, and also like tiny for the nose embroidery thread. So I found in my stash, and some beads for bags for the bag, each one. But yarn was in this box. Okay, this was fun part. It's not very often that I made toys with so usually if I do different toys I crochet them, but I think I made one or two before knitted toys, and this was experiment. Okay, so speaking about animals also, on October 21st to 23rd, I think, it was a big fiber animal festival or fair in near Asheville. It's called Southeastern, I think, Animal Fiber Fair, so SAF. And I went there for one day to see, animals and fibers and yarn and all our other things that you can find in this kind of festivals. So I didn't get I will be going there to buy different yarns or something. I was like on relaxing mode to go there, spend some time, see people. Also our friends from our yarn shop were there, just hanging around, enjoying this time. So it was like more social event, not just going to shop. And I didn't get much stuff. So first I saw animals, of course, sheep and goats, and these big fluffy rabbits. What was the Angora? And also I saw alpaca and fed them and pet them. And after I finished with real alpacas, and went to the big building where all the vendors were. So I found a little alpaca toy. So, and decided I need to have my own pet for myself. Just, it's so soft. It's like, you need to touch it, every time you see it. Yeah, this is my little toy or pet, whatever you call it. Maybe I need to give him a name. What do you think? So yeah, this was my animal related shopping experience. um, so also when I was at SAF, I was going around to see what people showing, and it was some different demonstration station. And also you can take classes there if you want. It was like full list of different classes about, I think, felting and some in knitting and something about crocheting and waving, and I think preparing fiber to spin. So it's like a full list here of different classes. Yeah, I didn't took any classes, but I was so it was like a hall, and it was different waving looms, and people from what they called, I think they called fiber and hand weavers guild. Okay, yeah, they have several looms, and I tried one of the loom. Okay, of course I can't remember all these parts, the name of these parts, because it was first time I was sitting there to try to do something useful. So it already was pieces of string or thread put it, yeah, in one direction, and you use I think a shuttle, go one and across. And yeah, so it was in some kind of pattern, so you need to what was in this specific loom, you need to like push couple pedals and some of other pieces jumping, and you need to go with shuttle one direction, then you step on other pedals and go in different direction. And so it was interesting, and to see how it's actually works, and also to see different looms. It was like not the size, but also the size of how many things is there. So the thread it's connected one direction, you can going up or down different numbers of these threads. So it was interesting. Yeah, and first I tried one loom, jump and say thank you. Yeah, I like it, but it's not in my time right now to jump on this hobby. And then next woman came to me and tried to show me other loom. Maybe you wanna try this one or this one. Okay, no, thank you. It was nice, but yeah, I know it's not in my time right now to add some extra things to my list to do list. Yeah, so I was also going around and see some other vendors, of course, yarn, and it was lots of just fiber, for example, for felting, for needle felting. Also, it was couple vendors. I think they were selling kits, so you can buy a kit, and it's like included different pieces of fiber and like a something like a background to do, for example, a picture or a little sculpture like a gnomes or something. Yeah, something like this. I was going there to like maybe then no no not right now. You have enough on your hands. Maybe later. Yeah, but I think I saw one picture with a big dragon. Ladies made this with a needle felting. It's a huge dragon. It was so beautifully made, and it was so heavy because so it's like about this big sculpture, and it's full of wool that is compacted with this needle felted method. So it was pretty heavy. I tried. It was heavy. Yeah, and of course, what else was there? Yeah, and some yarn or thread for waving also, because weavers were there, and all kind of tools for spinners, for knitters, for crochet. I think probably not much for crocheters, but it was some crochet hook there. And I stopped at a couple of places to try new needles. One was maybe you know about these collage needles. They are square in not a normal round needles, and I heard about pretty good thing about this collage, especially about their cables. It's a circle needles, and I want to try it, and I tried. First I knit. It was nice. It was nice to hold it. For me, these squares a little bit unusual because yeah, you feel all these edges. But when I start purling, I realize it's definitely not for me. I'll show you on a big scale, so it's different needle. So you see here's a tip, yeah, and here's main part of the needle where the size actual size of the needle. And for example, square part, it's here, yeah, and tip is always round. And when I knit or especially purl, all my movement is in this place where a needle coming from normal size to the tip, and always and when it's here edges from the square part, I always grab this with my other needle, and it's like I'm scratching here always if it's edges here. So it was nice to hold it. I love the cable, but for particular my style of purling, it's not very convenient for me. And the same was with it's not a square, it's a hexagon. So it was even nicer to hold it because it's more rounded in comparison to square. Yeah, it's a six sides. And yeah, I got the same problem with purling because I use this part of the needle to purl or to knit, to grab yarn exactly in this area. Yeah, maybe needles is great and people love it, but unfortunately not for me. I will stick with my Jago, and on the last Fiber Fest I grabbed also Knitter's Pride Mindful collection. I didn't try it yet, so we'll see how it's how it's good. But at least they are round. They are normal needles. Okay, so what else I grabbed at Saf? Couple yarn balls. Yeah. who needs yarn? Nobody needs more yarn, huh? I grabbed this too. It's Ryan, I think Ryan by Pandora yarn. Yeah, just maybe little shawl, scarf, something like this for a gift or some. Yeah, and the same boot, Pandora's yarn. It's cotton, 100% cotton. Yeah, and it's probably lace because it's 700 yards in 4 ounces. So this is more like a orange, pumpkinish orange, and this is more like a grayish green. It's hard to see here, but this is more orange than I think that's it shows here on the screen. I don't know, just because. Yeah. And what else? Ah, here a little, not a little, a big bag. Ship happens with a little ship. Yeah, just canvas bag. It was nice to carry all the stuff around the fair, and yeah, and I have a little project that I'm working on, so it fits perfectly here. Yeah, this was my go away and spend some time in a fiber yarn community. The day before when I was at Fiber Fair, so I also went to a Biltmore estate. Maybe you heard, yeah, we have lots of it's called ads about this Biltmore because it's kind of close to us. It's in Asheville, about 2.5 hours from Charlotte. Huge house, lots of property with beautiful gardens, and conservatory with lots of different plants. It was nice to go and see and just explore, and also I went there to Leonardo da Vinci exhibit, so it was also like a part of the exhibit was you see different models what he had drawn, like a tank or catapult or something, this kind of thing, war machines, so, and it was little models, and you can go around to see what parts of was moving, how they going. And also part of the exhibit was you go in a like a big room with lots of screens and like projectors. They showing different, so actually like all his work, what he had done, pictures or drawings, kind of like about, for example, medical stuff, or like a mechanism or other what he had done. He had done a lot. Yeah, it was nice to like go and see in one place all these things. It was interesting, yeah, especially I was alone without kids, so it was other level of experience. Nobody going around me, and I don't need to pay attention with other small things and kids with me. So it was like first day at Biltmore, and then next day at Fiberfest. It was my great 2 days little vacation. Okay. Yeah, what else? I have done this October. Oh yeah, I started and finished a test for socks, and yesterday I published the pattern. It took me about 6 months from my last published pattern to publish this one. Yeah, summer was off, and this month's beginning of the fall also kind of off. So, but yeah, yesterday I published a pattern, and pattern called Let's Mix Colors Socks. Last month I already showed you guys, but I can go and show you more about these socks. So you first of all, it's curved down, so you start here, go in this direction, and finish with the toe. And this is after top heel, so you will be working this way, like this. At some point mark just with a scrap yarn where the placement for the heel will be, and then when you finish your toe, then you open stitches here and finish your heel the same way like the toe. Yeah, just only for the heel it will be a couple more stitches because we picking up stitches on the sides, so it will be no holes here and here when you starting the heel. First you go with this little roll band. You see how it's rolled, because it's just simple stockinette stitch. You start with roll band, and I give also little tip in a pattern that if you don't want this roll band, you just cast on stitches for the ribbing and go from the ribbing and go down. Yeah, so, and pattern is in 4 sizes, 8, 9, 10 and 11 inches circumference for the feet, and the actual size of the sock, it 1 inch less. So for example, for size 8 inches, you will have here 7 inches. So, and after you will wear it, so it will be good and snap on your feet. So for the size 9, for example, this is size 9. Here's 8 inches circumference, and so on. Also, I give direction how many rows you need to go from heel placement to the toe, but extra I give directions if you want customize the length here, how many inches or centimeters, whatever you need to go here until you start your toe. If you go shorter or longer from standard size. What else? We have here 2 colors of fingering weight yarn. Yeah, we see 2 contrasting colors. And except roll band, you always be holding yarns, 2 strands of yarns together. That's why it's more as a DK weight gauge here. And because it's DK, it works way much faster than your fingering weight socks. So for example, here for 9-inch size, you will have only 48 stitches for your circumference. I think it's in comparison to normal like 60-64 on a fingering, it will be way faster. Yeah, and this is this sample was made with Cascade Yarn Heritage sock in solid colors. And here I have also in different colors and different yarn. It was Yarn Bee pigment and fiber, I think. It was 6 small balls in one set, and I use leftovers from different project. I think last month I show you these socks also. So anyway, pattern is published. It's definitely on Ravelry already. As usual, I have little trouble with Lovecraft to download there. They say that it's already published, but I can't open the link. We'll figure out what's going on there maybe today. But it's on Ravelry, and you can find link here in my bio, or yeah, also on my website. And yeah, the easiest way is here in a bio. It's a Linktree link, and there is all my links to Ravelry, to website, to YouTube, and what else, other stuff. Lovecraft. Yeah. And something else I wanted to say. Yeah, thank you very much to my tester. She was amazing, she was fast. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but when I posted a test call, I didn't get almost like nothing application for a test. Like, where is my people? Where are you? But my trusted tester, she did amazing. She was fast, and I'm glad that she did. And I will post later, a little bit later, her version. I like that she chose. You see, it's like here and here. I have pretty solid color, blue like blue, and light blue like light blue, and she chose one color. It's like a tonal, not exactly a solid color. It was also interesting to see. Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed that nobody wanted to test my first sock pattern, but you can force people to do it, yeah. Okay, socks on Ravelry, you can find them. Glad I'm done, and I see I have 2 samples already, and I'm thinking about making one more, probably. Speaking about tests also, I started when, like, last week or so, one more test. The cowl I show you probably in the summertime, like June or July, something like this. This is the name of it right now. Crochet scale scowl, because this is like a sibling to my knitted version. The knitted version called colorful scale scowl. And I wanted a little bit different name, so that's what's just simple crochet scale scowl. And test is right now going on in full swing. People, was jumping on the test. I was surprised after I just almost got nobody for my sock test, and here for crochet cowl, people jumping and going, me. I'll take it. Thank you. Yeah, and people already doing, and I saw so for the like a first row, almost already, I think almost everybody done the first row of this, and yeah, I like all different colors, and hope it will be like in 2 weeks probably I will be done with testing and finishing all the touches to the pattern, and I aiming around November 15 to publish the pattern. So this is the same cowl that's right now in the test. Crochet scales cowl. Yeah, and it's made in modular technique. You will be working only with one element, then building second one on the side of next previous, and so on. Yeah, I will be talking probably next month more about this pattern itself and all the options and so on. So, test in full swing. I'm happy. So, just hoping that everything goes smoothly, and I will publish in mid-November this pattern. Yeah, it's good to be back on publishing in the publishing area. So socks are done, cowls in a process, will be done soon, and so what else? Also about other patterns. I have my website and blog on the website, and slowly, very slowly, I'm adding blog post about each of the pattern that I already published. So I wanted, like, before I jump to newest, all the oldest will be there. Like yeah, in a publishing order. And I was doing this month also several posts about previous published pattern. What have I done? I have done actually about modular technique patterns, about scarf pattern that's called reptile scale scarf. In a blog post I put like a story, how it's happened, this pattern, why it's happened, and yeah, what you need to know, what you need to have before you start. It's usually I go in several Instagram posts about these steps, but I wanted it's one in one place, and that's why like collect them from all this info from Instagram post and post it in one big blog post, so you can see what was this pattern about, why it happened, what I was thinking or not thinking when I was doing this pattern. So slowly I will be adding the rest. Right now it's, I think I did like 10 or 12 already there, and I'll be finishing all other and then start doing newest newest published. Yeah, it's just like a collection of patterns and more about not just you need to have this kind of yarn and this kind of needles or hooks to do this. It's more like about around this pattern, what was going on and how actually design starts, and yeah, this way description. And the last but definitely not least thing that I'm doing, I already started last month, I'm continue doing, will be doing this and finishing probably this month, is a sample for our Intend magazine. Can't show you, sorry, it's a secret, but yeah, I started already, and it took me a little extra thinking time to start actual sample. I have kind of simple stitch pattern, but how to place this stitch pattern on actual sample was a little bit tricky, because I don't want to describe every row, and I want to for you, so you need to follow like every row in a pattern. Plus, it will be a little real magazine, so in print we need to stick to some kind of space, limited space. So it was a little bit tricky to find a good way for repetition and how to repeat some parts, so I can write pattern more compact, and it will be more easy for you to read it and to, of course, knit it. So it was beginning of this process was I have idea. I know how it should look, and I know what I will be using for a stitch pattern. But when I start thinking how to place this stitch pattern, and okay, if I place it here, then I need to go like description for every row, and okay, it's not the best way to write a pattern. It's more like intuitive to do it when you knit, but when you start to put on a paper and in a pattern, you need to think little bit ahead how it will be written in a pattern, and what is the best place, for example, to place a marker. Even I had extra call with fellow designer, so friend of, and we chat little bit. What is the best way here? For example, if I put marker, then I will be like writing the pattern, slip marker, slip marker, slip marker. Nobody wanna slip 10 markers, slip 10 markers in a pattern. Yeah, you need to find like a optimum. You need to have some markers, but also you need to see a bigger picture. Anyway, sample is work in progress, and I'm knitting, and so hoping, yeah, sample will be done this month in November. Finger crossed. Yeah, and in next spring, yeah, we will have photo shoot for the magazine. So samples will need to be done, need to be sent, and so on. But I want to finish, and I want to finish pattern writing, because we have also deadline for check editing and all this kind of stuff. So magazine in tandem will be coming next year, and some of the samples will be done this year, and some I will doing 2 issues, one winter and one summer. So summer will be 2024. So I'll make now sample for winter issue, and next year probably I'll start making sample for summer 2022 issue. We are working. Other people are also working on the samples, and then it will be a check editing and photo shoot, and yeah, of course, placing all things together for a publication. And so it's a long process, but interesting, and we are working together, and it will be great. Okay, I think that's about it for today. So I show you my little animal collection that I knit. That's my little llama that I bought. I talked a little bit about stitch dictionary that I'm starting putting on a website and on Instagram. I talk about new pattern, sock pattern, let's mix color socks, and about test, crochet test that is going right now, and my visit to Fiber Festival, and sample for in tandem. I think that's it for today. So yeah, I'm right on time. About hour. I didn't expect it will be so long today. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging with me here. Yeah, if you have any question, it's a line for add a comment. You can add a comment. I'll be adding this to Instagram grid and later on also to YouTube if you prefer listening and watching from YouTube. It will be there at some point of the day today probably. Okay, thank you guys. See you next month. It will be already December, so yeah, it will be last call in this year. See you. Bye bye.